Hello everyone, I'm Levi with musictherapyandme.com, and today I would like to focus on one specific research article that I found just a couple of weeks ago. It actually came out in 2015, and it shows MRI images of the brain with autism versus a non-autistic brain. And I can never remember the actual acronym, so I brought the research article on my phone here. It's called the Brain-Wide Association Analysis, and it's the first capable of creating panoramic views of the whole brain and provides scientists with accurate 3D models to study. The researchers used BWAS, the Brain-Wide Association Analysis, to identify regions of the brain that may make a major contribution to the symptoms of autism. So a lot of what I'll go over today may seem kind of like, oh, of course, but the images are pretty spectacular, and I have a link down below that you're more than welcome to check out and click on. So I just wanted to introduce the article for you guys and also talk about what I found interesting in this article. Again, it just compares the autistic brain versus the non-autistic brain. And they found 20 main differences, and of those differences, two things I found really interesting. One is that they found correlations in the autistic brain to brains that have OCD, ADHD, and schizophrenia. Now with OCD, that certainly makes sense because cortisol levels are tested very high in the autistic and the brain with OCD. And cortisol is what's responsible for that obsessive behavior. When cortisol is very high, you'll start to get focus on one specific topic, one question maybe that they're asking over and over again. That's cortisol. So that certainly makes sense. Now with schizophrenia, that's interesting to me because it seems like I'm curious to see what the future of the medication will be. Maybe they'll use similar medications or similar even interventions. The latest research, I'm curious what will happen there. The other thing is that there were 3 parts of the brain that were found to be a little bit weaker and needed a little bit more attention. And this is the temporal lobe and visual cortex. So facial expressions, this is what explains the blank facial affect at times, and also responsible for facial recognition. So maybe they don't seem to look excited when they see a loved one. This explains that the temporal lobe and the visual lobe, or the visual cortex, were found to be a lot less developed than other parts of the brain. Also the prefrontal cortex, so expressing emotions, that explains. And social communication. So all of that is found in the prefrontal cortex. So a lot of really interesting information that may help you demystify this diagnosis. So like I said, the link is down below. Feel free to click on it and take care. Thank you for watching.